This is how to set up Cubic mining on Jetski Pool. On Windows, you'll need a Windows machine, a Cubic wallet address, and the Jetski miner, which is a free download. The whole thing takes about 15 minutes. We'll cover what a mining pool actually is, the two modes Jetski offers and how to pick between them, the full install, and how to confirm it's working. One note before we start, this tutorial will be covering the Windows miner only. Jetski also supports Linux, Hive OS, Mac OS, and Docker. Those are on the same setup page if you need them. Jetski gives you two modes, and the choice matters. In solo mode, you mine on your own. You're rewarded only when your machine finds a solution. In PPLNS mode, which stands for Pay Per Last N Shares, you're pooled with everyone else, and rewards are split by contribution over the week. Jetski reckons solo makes sense from about 6 to 10 GPU sup. Below that, PPLNS. Difficulty shifts weekly, so neither is permanently better. You can run a week of each and compare which one works for you the best. Alright, head to cubic.jetskipool.ai/get started. You can find the link in the description as well. This page covers every platform. We want Windows, so select that. Under the Windows section, there's a single download link. Take it from here, not from a search result. Mining software is one of the most impersonated downloads there is, so make sure you click official links. Click that and let the download finish. While the miner is downloading, make sure you copy your Cubic wallet address. You'll be needing it to set up the miner. If you don't have a Cubic wallet, you can follow the tutorial given in the video description below. Once your download is finished, navigate to your Downloads folder and locate the miner zip file. Right-click the zip and extract it. The built-in Windows extractor is fine. WinRAR or 7-zip work too. Extract it somewhere you'll find again. I'd avoid leaving it loose in Downloads. Once the extraction is finished, launch the miner file. This is the Jetski miner interface. Everything you need is on this one screen. 4 things to set, left to right. On the top left, under Account, goes your wallet address. Paste the one you copied. Paste it, don't type it. A Cubic address is long, and one wrong character sends your reward somewhere nobody can reach. Below it is the worker name. It's just a label for this machine. We'll call it Test Miner 1 for the sake of this tutorial. You can name your miner anything you like. If you're running one machine, this barely matters. If you plan to run several, you will use the same wallet address everywhere and put a different worker name on each. Rewards consolidate to one address, but each machine appears separately on the dashboard. On the right side, we have the mining setup. Here's the choice from the start of the video: Solo or PPLNS as 2 radio buttons. Starting out, we'll select Solo. You can change it later and run a week of each to compare. Underneath it is the hardware section. The miner detects your CPU and GPU automatically and names them, so you're not typing anything, just ticking what you want to use. Tick the CPU box and it fills in a thread count. It defaults sensibly, and if you want the machine usable while it mines, drop it a few below maximum. Tick Enable GPU if you want to dual mine. Running both gives you the most output. It also gives you the most heat, the most noise, and the highest power bill. And that last one is real. Mining only makes sense if what you earn exceeds what you spend on electricity, and that depends on your rates and your hardware. For the first run, watch your temperatures for the first half hour. You can change any of this later. With the current configuration, we'll hit Start Mining at the bottom. The console starts filling immediately, and those lines look dense. So here's how to read one. E is the epoch you're in. Shares is how many of the work units your miner sent up got accepted by the pool. R is rejected, and you want that at or near 0. Then the instruction set your CPU is using, and your speed in iterations per second with a running average alongside it. Now that last one catches people out. Cubic doesn't report a hash rate because it isn't hashing. It's iterations per second, and the number means nothing compared to a Bitcoin or Monero figure. Only compare it against other Cubic miners. We are now at the last step, and this is the one people skip. To confirm it's actually working, you can check in 2 places. First, in the miner itself. Once you start seeing the hash rate lines appearing, that means mining has started. The shares counter goes up as you submit accepted work, and the timer at the bottom right shows how long this session has run. If shares are climbing and rejected is at 0, the miner is doing its job. Second, on the pool dashboard, this confirms the pool is seeing you, which is what actually matters for getting paid. Open the pool page. Search your wallet address, and your worker name should be listed. And congratulations, you are officially a Cubic miner. It's worth noting that new rigs can take up to 10 minutes to appear, and it's the #1 reason people think the setup failed, when it didn't. If it's still missing after 10 minutes, it's almost always a typo in the wallet address or a mismatched worker name. Stop the miner, check both, restart. Once your worker shows on the dashboard and shares are adding up in the app, you're mining. That's the setup. Done. Now, the question that causes more confusion than anything else. When do you actually get paid? Cubic runs on epochs. An epoch is exactly 1 week, Wednesday at 1200 UTC to the following Wednesday at 1200 UTC. Your rewards are based on how many solutions you found that week, relative to the whole network. Here's the part to internalize. AI training rewards are delayed by 1 full epoch, mine through 1 week, and you're paid at the end of the following week. So from a standing start, it can be up to 2 weeks before anything lands. That's not Jetski holding your money. That delay is built into the Cubic protocol. It's how the network pays out, so it applies wherever you mine. If you set this up on a Thursday and see nothing by Sunday, that is working correctly. Here are some troubleshooting tips if your miner runs into problems. First, disable your antivirus or give special permissions to the miner to operate it error-free. Secondly, GPU mining might sometimes be blocked by Windows Smart App Control feature. Disable it if GPU mining is not working on your end. And that's Cubic mining on Jetski Pool on Windows. Every link we used is in the description, along with timestamps. See you next time.